Speaking of which, let's continue our series from last week with the greatest shooting guards of all time. Number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, Kobe Bryant. Let's move on.
But you know what? There would be people that would argue about. Oh, yeah. I know. I know some people. Yeah, there were people that would argue about Kobe Bryant being number 2. I'm just letting you know.
Number 1. You talking about number 2 or number 1?
No, I'm saying people would argue that he would not be number 2.
Oh, would not be number 2. Okay.
That he would be further down. I don't agree.
Number 2.
I just know people.
You're talking about one of the old boys,
like people that actually absolutely hate Kobe.
Oh, and I think people even recently, young kids too. They're like Kobe. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Yeah, it's either that really old or really young.
Okay, so real quick,
would say no.
Should we spend any time on number 1?
No, absolutely not. He's the greatest shooting guard.
He's the
anybody that does it.
That's disrespectful.
What?
He's the greatest.
He's the best player of all time.
Okay,
sorry.
So number 2, we all agree Kobe.
It's Kobe.
Absolutely.
There are actually people that don't think he's number 2.
There are people that argue about that.
Bro. Who would be number 2?
Because I'm just saying, people that would say he's a volume shooter rather than a and so they would take other guards.
He also won 2 championships.
Again, I'm not arguing.
I mean,
I'm
I know
just
Paul Gasol is good.
I
know you like to talk about Andrew Bynum, some garbage.
Oh my word!
But Kobe led that team, carried that team. You remember when we were cheering for those Celtics and
I don't remember that. I don't remember what you're talking about.
Kobe led those teams.
I didn't say he didn't.
I'm talking to the idiots that think he's not number 2.
No, don't throw out.
Please don't click away if I just called you.
Don't throw out Bynum's name like that. Like you just come on now. Don't be respectful.
Kobe was the only reason they won.
Pau Gasol wasn't the reason they won.
Not anywhere near as big as Kobe.
Oh, I was about to come across these chairs, man.
That's why we sit like this.
These chairs. I was like, Pau Gasol was a big reason why they won that championship. You know this.
Sure.
Stop it.
Sure. They were also partially because of injuries to our team. But anyway, let's talk about. Let's get on. Let's get away from that.
Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
Let's just.
Jordan Bryant.
Here's what I want to do. I want to talk about who we think could potentially be considered top 5, and then make our list. I don't want to talk about every point guard because our list is longer than it was last week.
Gosh.
But who do we think could? It doesn't have to be in the right order. Who do we think could be in the top 5? Who could round out our top 5?
Gotta put George Gervin in there.
Talk to me about George Gervin.
George Gervin was long, just arms for days, legs for days, and his finger roll was a thing of beauty. Just a really tough scorer. Like he could do it all. He could shoot. He could get to the rim. People feared him. Like it was like, ooh, it's Gervin out there.
I got you.
And I think that's a big thing whenever a player is how much respect and fear does he put in the other team. Yeah. And it was clear when Gervin was out there that he put fear. The Pearl, no more. That's been moved in the game. Clyde Drexler was underrated. Yes, Allen Iverson, of course. Best crossover to ever do it.
I'm gonna go Iverson in my top 5.
Okay.
Iverson, like I said, 6 foot, pound for pound, best shooting guard. They had to ban the man's crossover. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the man, when you cross Jordan, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta put Iverson in there, not only for what he did on the court, but off the court as well. Just revolutionized he brought the hip hop and basketball in.
Yeah.
Man, after that, man, I like Clyde the Glide. Athletic. Just a beast. And then my 5th, man.
We didn't even say Dwayne Wade yet.
Hold on. As soon as I get going.
Oh, see, you ruined it.
I'm sorry. I got excited. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go Wade. Like Wade's early years was.
Yeah, he was something.
Wade was a bad boy.
Right.
And as a Mavericks fan in 2006, it pained me to watch that. But that dude
was,
he ate the
he single-handed. I don't say single-handedly, but he was basically. Hey, bro, look. Hey, man, give me a break, bro. Give me a break.
I love Shaq.
It was Wade. So I don't know.
I was like, I love Shaq, but come on now.
I'm not gonna give mine in any order.
Sorry, man.
The people that I think
that was painful to watch, man. But
potentially in my top 5. I mean, I think Dwayne Wade is up there, because in 2006, that is 2 years removed from when the Detroit Pistons were the team.
The team, yeah.
And they went to the finals the next year and lost to the Spurs. And Miami put them out. Sure Miami came by, and this little kid who was drafted just 3 years earlier in 2003, Dwayne Wade comes through, and it's just gets him to the finals. Yeah, he's got Shaq behind him, mentoring him, et cetera, et cetera. Right. You know, scaring people to come down the paint. All the stuff that Shaquille O'Neal did.
Right. Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
They have some.
But Wade was the leader.
Right, absolutely.
In his, if the math's right, that's his 3rd year in the league.
Yes. That's
some Kawhi type thing. But Wade did it earlier and probably a whole lot better.
I was about to say, I was like, no, they're not.
I said earlier.
No, not yet,
Anyway.
No.
I get what you're
Wade
saying,
was, I mean, and then to come back, obviously he teamed up with LeBron, he teamed up with Bosh, but he was still a bad man. And even after those guys left, Wade still tried. And you know, he was carrying those teams in the playoffs.
He was.
I remember he was going against the Celtics one time, and the Celtics were, I think it was before LeBron came. It was before LeBron came. But there was this game. Wade went off. He was looking at his hands. He was going down.
I remember that.
He was hot.
I remember that. Yeah.
Wade was a bad man.
Yeah. All I remember about that is that we closed out the series the next. But Wade was. I mean, he was a bad man.
So disrespectful.
What about Jerry West? NBA logo.
That was tough.
Fundamentals, Mr. Fundamental. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do it.
He averaged so many points.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that until
Jerry West was tough.
He was around the 30s. I mean, he was over.
Yeah.
He was 31.8, 31.2, 31. Tough. Like, I mean, that boy putting up numbers.
He was tough.
I want to mention Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like Ray Allen could have an argument for top 5 because the best pure shooter ever, maybe second to Larry Bird. No, you don't put him any lower than that, though. Give me a name.
If we're saying who's the best shooter of all time?
Oh, okay. You don't put him any lower than third.
Okay,
I was like, yeah.
You don't put him any lower than third.
Okay.
With Steph in there.
Okay. I was about to say, my opinion, Steph's the best shooter.
But Steph also has the ball in his hand a whole lot more.
That's true.
And Ray is the best moving without the ball, period.
Dude.
What about Reggie Miller?
I think Reggie's second.
Okay.
Or third. You know, you got the
Reggie
Larry
was
Bird.
tough, too.
You got the Larry Bird. Absolutely. I think those two.
Ray Allen in Milwaukee?
Oh, now I will.
He was a bad man.
And I will say, Supersonics. I mean, he was not. He wasn't just a good shooter. He could get to the rim.
Supersonics?
He was with the Sonics?
Yeah.
Is that a team?
Not anymore.
No.
It needs to be a team.
When he was, yes,
true.
Seattle needs an NBA franchise. But when he was young, man, he could do more than shoot. He could get to the basket. He was athletic.
Right.
I mean, he was a good player.
I mean, he's Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Right,
Say no more.
That's right. That's right.
I like him. A name that should be mentioned, but injuries prevented it. Tracy McGrady.
Oh man, Mac was a bad dude.
He could have been top 5. He absolutely.
Vince Carter too. Vince Carter's tough.
Yeah. And
Vince
Carter just signed with the Hawks, man.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
How come Vince Carter? Why wasn't he better?
I wish him and Tracy would have stayed together.
I think that's
I
what
really
it was.
do. But you know how it was. Then they both were like, "No, we can. Well, I need to do it by myself." They had the Kobe mentality.
The super team wasn't ready yet.
Yeah,
the
they
super
had the
team mentality wasn't there yet.
That's so
right.
So
everyone
T-Mac
wants to do their thing.
T-Mac and Vince, they were like, "No, it's only one ball that can go around." Man, you looking back, oh man, if they let T-Mac, because T-Mac was in his younger years. If T-Mac would have developed to the T-Mac in Orlando and Houston,
if they just could have stayed together,
man.
I don't understand.
But Carter,
why he wasn't.
But Vince Carter's just he's longevity, man.
He's playing a lot of years, but I don't think he's won a championship.
No, he hasn't. He was never like that. Other than his dunks, he was never like that guy. Yeah.
So why do we consider him in the best of all time? Is it because of his longevity?
I think it's because of his dunks. He's up there with Wilkins and
never mind.
Let me say this: he's the Sean Kemp of. I mean, let's just. I know, but seriously, if you really think about it, he's the Sean Kemp.
Well, because
him and Blake Griffin,
just thinking that.
And they're one.
He's overhyped.
I'm serious. Him and Blake Griffin and Sean Kemp, they're all like
I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't think of
I
that.
hate to say that, but
Wow.
and I love Sean Kemp. I love him,
Wait.
but they're all
Vince Carter in the Hall of Fame?
yeah.
First ballot?
Sean Kemp should be in the Hall.
First ballot?
No, not
No,
first
he's not
ballot.
first ballot.
No. But he'll be there.
Wow.
Doesn't matter. He'll
All
be
right.
there.
Last name, I think I'm thinking this is my number 3. James Harden. All right. So let's talk
Number
about
3 what?
3 all time.
He's joking.
So
He's
let-
joking. He's
so
joking.
let's
Don't let him do that to you. Don't let him do that to you. He's joking. Don't fall in his trap. Don't fall in his trap. Don't let him do that to you.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I know. It always gives you a heart attack. I know. I've learned now. Don't let him do that to you because he'll say stuff on purpose like that.
So who do we put as number 3 collectively?
We're gonna differ on.
We are.
We're
But
gonna
we've
differ.
got to come up with a number 3.
I'm going Iverson.
think.
I say Earl Monroe.
All right, we got to figure this out. We got to come up with a. Okay, hold on. Let's do this then. Maybe there can be an average of some sort. What's your top 5?
Okay, Jordan, Bryant, Earl Monroe, Iverson, Clyde.
Okay.
And then like West would right out, and him
Jerry
and
West would be-
Gervin would be right outside.
Well, okay. You got Dwayne Wade that far down?
I can't. Man, this is hard.
It's
This
hard.
is so hard.
This is probably going to be hard.
3-time champion.
Oh no!
So I'm going to go ahead and go.
Oh.
I'm going to go. I got Jordan, Bryant, Iverson, Clyde. I'm going to go D Wade.
So you both agree on 3 and 4? No. Yeah. You had Iverson and.
I had Iverson fourth.
You had Earl Monroe.
I had
Yeah,
Earl
Monroe.
Monroe. Yeah,
third.
third. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
I do. His spin move was.
It
People
was.
were like,
It
what
was.
is that? Like,
Because people
he
were
was
confused.
Yes,
They were
like,
like, what is
Did
this?
they ban this move though?
no.
That's what I'm like.
That
Dude,
was,
like,
it was the 60s, 70s.
that's
Right.
true,
You
but
can't ban something back
they
then.
banned Kareem from dunking in college, so.
They were also joking about him being Black Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I get it. Earl Monroe.
Black Jesus,
I get
come
it.
on, man.
Yeah, I get it.
Earl Monroe, Black Jesus?
Yes.
Number 1, Earl Monroe.
Right.
Like before Shuttlesworth, there was Earl Pearl, Black Jesus. So
Okay, no, I'll think about something else. No, never
I
mind.
got you.
But hey, I get you.
But I don't know, man.
You can't.
These are hard.
You can't argue with anybody
These are hard.
unless you put Harden in there like this.
Yeah,
No. He ain't in my top 50. So Jordan Bryant.
Dang.
Hey,
Top
man.
50 shooting guard?
Yeah,
Jordan Bryant.
jeez.
Okay.
I just love Wade.
I can't argue with
Yeah.
you. I can't argue
Yeah.
with you on that. Put him there. Do it.
But where's Wade on yours? Is he 7 after the? No, is he 8 after?
Yeah, you didn't put him in the top 5.
after
and you got,
West,
you got
like,
Gervin,
that's so-
and then West, and you got.
I have him 3. You have him 8. Which one of us is wrong?
I don't
I got
think
him 5.
anybody.
I'm the middle guy.
What I'm saying is, I don't think anybody's wrong, and I respect D Wade, but I'm
Alright.
talking about overall impact on the game.
Wade's
like
gotta go
West
5.
had a large impact on the game. Earl Pearl had a cultural, and Iverson had culture impacts on the game.
So
got
3,
you.
5, 8. That's got to put Wade at 5 or 6. As a group, that's got to put him at
I
6.
feel dirty.
No.
I
That's
agree
okay.
with it,
That's
but I
okay.
just feel dirty.
That's got to put Wade at 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Okay. For Iverson, you said 4.
Yeah.
You said 3. I say like.
You wouldn't put him in your top 5? You wouldn't put Iverson in your top 5?
Don't think so.
Oh,
no!
no!
I just don't think so.
Oh,
I just don't think
man!
so.
Who's your
Why?
top 5 then?
Jordan, Bryant, Wade, Drexler, and I mean,
You gotta put Iverson
in there. You
You
have to.
I mean, you could put Earl Monroe.
No,
you
man.
you could put Sam Jones, the original Boston Celtics shooting
No.
guard. You could put
You put Gervin in that.
you could put George Gervin. You could put Jerry West.
You don't have Iverson in your top
You could
5?
put Ray
You gotta
Allen.
put that. Just because. Well, here's the thing. Just because he's so small in stature and he was not heavy, but he had the most hard pound every night, just giving
How
people
come
the
he
business.
couldn't win anything?
Who did he play
Even
with?
people around
That
him,
was
I get that. I get
wait.
that.
We talked about this before we started the show. Who did Allen Iverson ever have to play with?
Carmelo.
So disrespectful.
Anyway.
I can't believe the nonsense that's coming out of your mouth. That Sixers team was one of the worst teams of all time. Of all time, and Iverson took them to the finals.
Yes, he did. Yeah, Jermaine Jones,
Eric Snow,
Tyrone Hill.
Who's the center? Coleman.
Matt Geiger as a backup center.
Yeah, wasn't and Coleman was on that team. Oh yes,
they were garbage.
They were terrible.
They had Iverson and Larry Brown.
Ooh,
all right, if we're talking
terrible team.
Okay, hold on. I got to shift my mindset just a little bit.
Ooh.
Let's put Iverson at our 4. At number 4 or number 3. No, let's put him at.
He has to be top 5. If he's below 5, I can't.
He's in the top 5.
Yeah,
So
he has to be a top 5.
Wade is 5. If we so then here we go. 3 and 4, Drexler, Iverson. Which one?
If I had to pick between Drexler or Iverson, I'm picking Iverson.
Yeah, pick Iverson.
And I love Drexler and I love West.
You put Drexler at number 3. No, you put Monroe at 3.
Yeah.
You put Clyde at 5.
Yes.
I put Iverson 3.
I'm talking.
Drexler's 4, Iverson is 3. That's what our average would
right.
want.
Okay, I got you.
Okay,
my thing is all about who was the impact culture wise too, and Earl of Pearl and Iverson changed the culture of things.
So
I'm almost tempted to put West at number 5, but I can't.
Well, you can be on your 5 as a group though.
Right.
Our 5 greatest shooting guards of all time are Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Clyde Drexler, and Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade are number 5?
Wade is...
It's hard, man. This one it gets hard for me.
Yeah, Wade's...
Take your pick. I mean, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Between him and Gervin and West and Earl the Pearl, just how do you want your steak? Like, I mean, that's just what it comes down to.
Medium.
Yeah, right. I mean,
I would take Wade purely off of the shot, purely off of his shot, or West. Wade or West would be my number. Would absolutely be that spot.
I cannot argue with you about that at all. I have no arguments.
This is one of the toughest arguments in basketball.
Man. Yeah. So the next one of these that we got to do, small forward. And I will say, we're talking top 5. My boy will not come up because I don't think he's top 5. I don't even think he's top 10. Might be like 11. My boy.
Oh no, yeah.
I think he might be like 11.
You know it.
With an argument for 10. And see
why did this even need to come up?
We're
talking about shooting guards today.
Because we're talking about what's coming up next.
What I
don't understand is I literally just said he's not going to come up in the top 5.
You need to do that. Odom was a better player than Paul Pierce.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm just kidding.
Stop.
I get over it. I just wanted to see him. I saw the fire come up and he was like.
Anyway, in the small forwards, the only reason I brought this up is because I had previously said he was top 10. And all I was saying is that...
And he's overrated. But go ahead.
As far as...
Anyway, let's move on to the fourth quarter.
Sorry.
Since these guys do not want to listen to anything I have to say.